sir. Good morning, classmate. Our topic is all about components of the internet and the World Wide Web. Teachers and students nowadays use the internet and the World Wide Web for a variety of reasons. Using the internet, you can discover the world, access vast information like news and educational materials, communicate with people around the world, shop, explore sources of entertainment like games, music, video, travels, take a course, and do business. So, what is the internet is all about? Schools, office, and homes have multiple computers that are connected with one another. When you connect these computers, you call it a network. When they are connected, computer can communicate with each other and share resources. Networks may be LAN or a WAN. LAN or local area network is a network that covers only a limited geographical area like a classroom, computer laboratory, office, or group of buildings. LAN consists of a server and several computers. The server is the one that manages the resources and the network and provides central storage for data and programs. WAN or Wide Area Network is a network that covers large geographical area like a city. It consists of several LANs that worldwide connection of the network are called the Internet and SimpleNet. No one can tell how many millions of networks and computers are connected to the Internet. One thing for sure, it keeps on growing. Each organization takes care of maintaining their own network so no one owns or controls the internet. The internet started in the late 1960s from the US Department of Defense's Advanced Research Projects Agency or ARPA. They call the ARPA net. The purpose of building the network is allow scientists to communicate and share information on military and scientific projects on different locations. Over the year, the computer and networks that are connected to this increase explosively. The computer sends data to the different computers and networks through a packet. A packet is a data that has been broken into a small piece of data. It may be a piece of an email message, a file, or a graphic. The packet contains the small piece of data together with the recipient of the destination, sender of the origin and sequence information to resemble the data at the destination. When a packet travels in the network, it finds the fastest path available to arrive at the destination through a device called a router. A router is a hardware device that allows you to connect several computers and other devices to a single internet connection. It serves as a traffic cop for network signals. When a path of the destination is not accessible or is overloaded, the router sends the packets along alternate paths. Many routers are wireless, which allows you to create a Wi-Fi network. You don't necessarily need to buy a router to connect the internet. It's possible to connect your computer directly to your modem using an internet cable. Also, many modems includes a built-in router, so you have an option of creating a Wi-Fi network buying extra hardware. Packet switching is a technique for breaking the data into packets, sending it through the best path using the router and resembling the data when it arrives in its destination. For this technique to work well, a network should follow a protocol or standard called TCP or IP, Transmission Control Protocol or Internet Protocol. TCP or IP is the protocol used by the Internet for packet switching. So, what is the Internet Service Provider? Schools, business, and home establishment connection to the Internet through ISP or Internet Server or Internet Service Provider. An ISP is a private company or government organization that lets you connect into the vast Internet around the world. ISP offers various internet connection speeds for a month fee and variety of services that may be offered by the ISP, either from free for a certain amount. The speed is measured in megabits per second or Mbps, but the speed you actually get also depends on many other things, not least the distance of computer from the telephone exchange and the condition of the cables. Service include online storage of data like email holds, digital photos, or hosting your own web page. Today, all computers and mobile computers and devices can connect to the internet connection to the internet have different times. DSL service use a broadband connection, DSL connection to the internet via a phone line but does not require you to have a landline at home. Cable service connects to the internet via cable TV but does not require you to have a cable TV in order to get it. It uses a broadband connection and can be transferred than DSL service. It's only available where cable TV is available. Satellite. A satellite connection uses broadband that connects to the internet through satellites orbiting the Earth. Satellites connection are also slower than DSL or cable. 3G and 4G. 3G and 4G service is commonly used with mobile phones that connect wirelessly ISP's network.
Hi, good day. By the way, I am Alvin Remo Rubio and my report is all about the World Wide Web. World Wide Web is one of the services of the Internet. The World Wide Web, or WWW, or simply the web, is a collection of web pages on this network of computers. It is a system of hyperlink or hypertext documents accessed via the Internet. Internet existence in early 1990s and since then. Hyperlinks or links allows user to navigate quickly from one pages to another. Web page consists of text, graphics, sounds, videos, and even animations. A collection of web pages is called website. Most websites have a homepage that is the first page of the website. Here is an example of links. And this is an example of web page. A webmaster or a web developer is the person responsible for developing web pages and maintaining them. To create web pages, the webmaster is using special sets of codes called TAG, using the Hypertext Markup Language or HTML. Here is an example of Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext Markup Language or HTML is a programmatic language that web pages are based on. HTML commands your web browser to display text and graphics in any orderly fashion. There are also other web publishing tools that are available. These are Adobe Dreamweaver, Microsoft Publisher, Apple iWork, and other programs that are used to publish and maintain web pages. Web page can either be a static web page or dynamic web page. So what is static and what is a dynamic? Static web page is a fixed web page. Every time you visit a static web page, you see the same contents. There only be changes if a programmer edits the source code of the web page. While the dynamic web page displays different contents from the same source code whenever visited. Examples are weather, ticket availability for flights or stocks, uniform resource locator. Each web page has a designated unique address called the URL or the Uniform Resource Locator. It consists of protocol, domain name, subdomain, folder, and file name. Protocol. Most web page URLs begin with Hypertext Transfer Protocol. This protocol is used to transfer pages on the web. Some websites have Hypertext Transfer Protocol secured. This means the web page has a special layer of encryption added to hide your personal information and password. Here is an example of domain names and their descriptions. These are the example of subdomains, consists of abbreviation and country. Folder. It is the directory name. There will be times that you'll see longer folder, which is subdirectory of a directory, or folder under a folder. File name. The name of the document file requested. Web browser and web servers. Web browser or browser is a software that allows users to access and view web pages. The browsers are the ones that translates the tags from the source documents into a functional and interactive web page. Examples of browsers are Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Opera, and Safari. Mobile browsers, micro browsers, mini browsers, or wireless internet browsers, or WIB, is a web browser designed for use on a mobile device such as mobile phones. Many websites are designated especially for display on a micro browsers. These are the examples of categories of websites. Consists of categories and their descriptions.
Hello everyone, I am Hannah Grace Kamiya. For today we are going to talk about roles of the internet and the World Wide Web in education. The internet has changed education significantly, especially on how the teachers, students and parents communicate with each other. In this chapter, the role of the internet as a tool for communication, as a tool for inquiry and as a tool for construction will be discussed. First topic will be tools for communication. The internet has introduced a lot of developments, especially on how teachers and students communicate and connect with each other. Almost all of the students and their teachers as well have at least a smartphone to be able to give announcements, reminders, ask questions, or simply to send a message. Aside from this, communication using the internet is enhanced between students because they can share information as well as discuss a particular topic or subject. Since there are many tools that we can use to communicate, we need to take into consideration the proper behavior when communicating in the internet. This will help both personally to gain respect and courtesy. In the online environment, we use the term netiquette to imply the generally accepted code of behavior in using the internet. Here are some examples of netiquette for teachers. Be honest and polite when online. Think carefully about what you write. Show respect for other people's personalities, lifestyles, countries and race. Be careful with humor and sarcasm. Use proper capitalization and correct grammar and spelling when sending messages. Don't type in all caps. Limit the use of emoticons. Though it is acceptable to use these shortcuts to convey emotions and commonly used phrases when communicating over the internet, it is best to encourage the students to convey their thoughts in writing. Only forward someone else's email when permission is sought from the original sender. Make your messages brief and concise. If you need a copy of email, then CC carbon copy or BCC blind carbon copy to your own email address. Give your message a meaningful subject heading that reflects the content of the message. Include a signature line at the end of your message, especially in emails that contains your title, address, and phone number so people have other ways to contact you if it becomes necessary. Install good virus protection software and scan attachments before opening them. Boring responses like yes, I agree, okay are discouraged because they add up to the traffic, and the people in the mailing are busy people who cannot afford to waste their time over such no substance replies. However, a thank you is welcome. If your message concerns only a specific person and if you the whole group cannot benefit from it, please send it to the intended person only. Give credit where it's due. Though most of the work that we find in the internet is free, if we use it, then we need to give credit to the writer. Stay on the topic. Don't post irrelevant links, comments, thoughts or pictures, especially in forum. Before asking a question, check the facts or search the internet if the information or the answer is explicitly written or easy to find. Check the most recent comments before you reply to an older comment. Read the whole article or message before giving comments. Do not rely on the title alone. In the following paragraphs, we are going to identify the different tools and methods of exchanging information and communicating with others. The tools can be used anytime as long as it is well suited to the activities of the lesson. Communication can either be asynchronous and synchronous communication. Asynchronous communication is a type of communication where the person communicates anywhere and anytime. The person should not be online to receive the message. Synchronous communication is a type of communication where the people communicate in real time. Here are some examples of asynchronous communication are the following: email, discussion boards, forums, blogs, wikis, mailing lists, tweets. And here are some example of synchronous communication are the following: chat, instant messaging, text messaging, video conferencing. Let's look into the details of the different communication tools. Discussion board forum. Discussion board forum creates social interaction for students and allows all students to have a voice. You can set up forums for questions about a concept, thoughts on today's lecture. Application of discussion board forum in education allows students to voice out their opinion. Students can participate in the discussion board forum. Students who cannot recite a face-to-face discussion can use this to join the discussion. Rules in starting a discussion board forum. Determine the topic of discussion. Teachers post of a topic or thread of discussions. Encourage students also to respond to the discussion as well as to other students' postings. Summarize key points that need to be made. Do not be a lurker. A lurker is a visitor to a forum discussion who only reads other people's posts, but never posts his or her own comments, thus remaining anonymous. Never engage in a heated exchange of discussions or a flame war. Respect others' ideas and opinions. In case you disagree, maintain respect. Blog. Blog or a weblog is an online journal that is publicly accessible. Application of blog in education. Blogs can be a source of information. It can be a knowledge-sharing website that contains different topics or content areas. It can serve as a project site where students can post their opinions, make feedbacks, and can serve as an online portfolio. Wikis. It is a web-based communication tool that allows the teacher and students to work together, share resources, lessons, notes, and collaborate. Application of wikis in education. Students and teachers can write together or co-create knowledge and information. Provide students the opportunity to decide whether the information they are getting is relevant and accurate. Rules in starting a wiki. Do not post personal information or the information of someone else. Write information that are reliable and from credible sources. Do not delete the work of others deliberately. Mailing list or listserv. These are programs that store and maintain lists. It is a virtual email group of people gathered through subscribing to one email address. Application of mailing list in education. Send an email message to everyone on the list to share common interest or who belong to an organization. Tweets. Tweets are text-based posts that can be up to 140 characters that are posted within a person's profile page. Twitter uses a hashtag, which means a topic with the symbols such as #. These topics are used for spreading, organizing, and searching for information on Twitter. Application of tweets in education. With the use of hashtags, students and teachers can collaborate among and between each other and also do networking with students around the world with ease. Teachers can create classroom hashtags to be used for discussing specific topics. Students can also search hashtags for research. Virtual meetings webinar. A webinar, short for web-based seminar, is a presentation, lecture, demonstration, workshop or seminar that is done over the web. In this kind of virtual meetings, you can show presentation slides, share audio and other applications, give, receive, and discuss information in real time. You can record the whole webinar so that it can still be played all over again. To start using a webinar, you need to go to a certain website that offers a facility for web seminar. Some of these webinar websites are AnyMeeting www.anymeeting.com, GoToMeeting www.gotomeeting.com, Skype www.skype.com, Google Hangouts https://hangouts.google.com, Blackboard Collaborate. Application of webinar in education. Flexibility. Students may join the seminar anywhere or may access the material anywhere and anytime. Invite resource person. Resource persons may be invited to give a lecture without the need to travel. Course materials. Recorded webinars will be uploaded as supplemental teaching and course materials to access by students' own time and pace. Interactivity. Teachers are more approachable online and students are more comfortable communicating with teachers through chats and newsgroup discussions. Discussions as opposed to face-to-face interactions. Targets children with special needs. It can be custom made to target specific students who have specific needs, So that's all for today and have a great day. Thank you for watching.
Hello, I am Giselle De Valencia, reporter of Group 3. Creating a web page. School website is often the first point of the contact for people new to the school and the resolution point to the regular user. The main purpose of the website is to convert visitor into prospect. Publishing on the web. Publishing on the web is the process of publishing original content on the internet. Web publishing comprises of personal, business, and community website in addition to ebooks and blogs. Chat. Chat is a widely used communication tool. It is easily used by both teacher and the student. Application of chat in education. You can provide immediate feedback to one or more students at a time. Chat etiquette. The etiquette dictating how one should behave in chat room. There is always need to put guidelines in order to achieve the purpose of chatting. First, always introduce yourself. Be considerate of differing opinion. Don't type all capitals. Type the person's name before you answer. If you have to leave the chat for a short time, tell others that you will be away or set your chat session to away. Don't use sarcasm in your messages. It may be misinterpreted. Remember that people cannot see your facial expression in an online environment. Make a positive contribution to the chat. Don't reply to personal requests on the main chat screen. And the last, say goodbye. Instant messaging. Instant messaging, or IM, is a service that allows users to use private chat room in which members alert each other when they wish to chat. Next, text messaging. Text messaging allows for instantaneous communication between people that is done with the use of cell phone. Video conference is a type of online meeting where two or more people engage in a live audio-visual call. Social networking. Social networking is the use of internet-based social media sites to stay connected with friends, family, colleagues, customer, or client. Application of social network in education. Increase a sense of belonging, builds bond between classmates, increase bond between student and instructor. Tools for inquiry. There is another rule of internet which refers to the method of solving information problem. It is important that the student and teacher know how efficiently solve inquiry, using the different way in locating and finding information. There are two general techniques in locating information, the browsing and searching. Browsing is based on hierarchical directory of heading and subheading. To locate information, select from this heading until you get the listing of link appropriate to your interest. Searching involves the use of an online database. A user submits a query and then examines websites that match the terms provided in the query. When doing a search, we use different search services such as search engine, an index search engine, and meta-index. Search engine. Search engine are programs that look for documents in the World Wide Web using specified keywords and return a list of the documents where the keyword were found. An example of search engine are Google, Bing, Excite, Ask Jeeves, and a lot more. Index search engine. An index search engine relies on a computer-generated index of the content of website. And the last, meta-index or meta-crawler. A meta-index or meta-crawler accesses and returns the result from several search engines. Meta-index offers a single source to search the web, images, audio, video, news from Google, Yahoo, Bing, and many more search engines. Technique in searching. Search engines show user the different websites that the user will find useful based from the given keyword. To improve search productivity, there are different searching techniques that you can use. Use phrase search. Using quotation mark around the phrase will return only those exact words in that order. Second, use negative search. Using negative search means that you need to exclude other words commonly associated with that search word. Order of search. Changing the order of words in the search box will return different results. Use OR. It put in the search to allow any item. Use AND. It narrowed the search to require all search terms. Use domain name. Use this to refine your search so that the entries listed only come from the specified domain name. Use definition. Use file types. Use this to refine your search so that the entries listed will display only the file types specified. Use noun as query keyword. Never use article, a, the, pronouns, she, it, conjunction, and or preposition, to, from, in your queries. Use 6 to 8 keywords per query. Spell carefully and consider alternate spelling. Use good keywords. Technique in searching. Search engine show user the different website that the user will find useful based from the given keyword. To improve search productivity, there are different searching techniques that you can use. Use phrase search. Using quotation mark around the phrase will return only those exact words in that order. Second, use negative search. Using negative search means that you need to exclude other words commonly associated with that search word. Order of search. Changing the order of words in the search box will return different results. Use OR. It put in the search to allow any item. Use AND. It narrowed the search to require all search terms. Use domain name. Use this to refine your search so that the entries listed only come from the specified domain name. Use definition. Use file types. Use this to refine your search so that the entries listed will display only the file types specified. Use noun as query keyword. Never use article, a, the, pronouns, she, it, conjunction, and or preposition, to, from, in your queries. Use 6 to 8 keywords per query. Spell carefully and consider alternate spelling. Use good keywords. And the last, use tilde operator. Use this in front of a word to return result that includes synonyms. Technique in searching. Search engine show user the different website that the user will find useful based from the given keyword. To improve search productivity, there are different searching techniques that you can use. Use phrase search. Using quotation mark around the phrase will return only those exact words in that order. Second, use negative search. Using negative search means that you need to exclude other words commonly associated with that search word. Order of search. Changing the order of words in the search box will return different results. Use OR. It put in the search to allow any item. Use AND. It narrowed the search to require all search terms. Use domain name. Use this to refine your search so that the entries listed only come from the specified domain name. Use definition. Use file types. Use this to refine your search so that the entries listed will display only the file types specified. Use noun as query keyword. Never use article, a, the, pronouns, she, it, conjunction, and or preposition, to, from, in your queries. Use 6 to 8 keywords per query. Spell carefully and consider alternate spelling. Use good keywords. And the last, use Use solely operator. Use this in front of a word to return result that includes synonyms.
It refers to the internet as a vehicle for presenting products created by students at the same time, a way to create lessons and activities for the students. Let us look into some of the tools that can be used for construction. WebQuest are web-based activities designed to help teachers integrate the internet into the curriculum. It follows steps with the appropriate live links that are integral part of the WebQuests. The model was developed by Bernie Dodge at San Diego State University in February 1995. The model spread around the world because teachers find it very useful as students engage in work through the use of the manners of internet. An effective WebQuest engages the students a higher order thinking skills, must have interesting and doable tasks, utilizes resources on the internet, usually involves collaboration through group work. Creating a WebQuest. Creating a WebQuest can be very simple. As long as you can create a document with hyperlinks, you can create a WebQuest. So, WebQuest can be created in Word, PowerPoint, and even in Excel. However, to officially call it as a WebQuest, the basic parts and attributes of it should be present. There are also many online authoring websites that are used to create WebQuests. These are Zoonal.com, Filmmentality.com, and ZWebQuest. Basic parts of a WebQuest. There are 5 basic parts of a WebQuest. First, introduction. The introduction provides the background of the WebQuest. It catches the reader's attention to continue on with the WebQuest. The second is task, indicates what the students are required to do. The third is process, gives details of the instruction on what the students are going to do. It includes the links to the different resources in the web. The fourth is evaluation, presents the rubrics on how the students will be graded. And the last is conclusion. The conclusion summarizes the entire lesson. It gives room for reflections and for thought about the topic. Web page creation. Teachers can create their web pages and websites for their class. Its advantages are a great way to communicate with your students, keeps the students informed of any updates, and keeps parents in the loop. The following websites will help teachers create their own websites. A typical website for a class includes the following components. Course description. This includes the learning objectives, learning goals including the class schedule and class calendar. Class rules and regulations. This includes all the things that the teacher requires for the class, including the guidelines on how the class will go about. Announcements or events. This is where you can communicate anything. Links related to the subject matter. Those are activities, games, tutorial, and related readings. Materials. This could be any materials that is related to the subject matter. Contact information. This can include ways on how the students or parents can contact the teacher. Biography or teacher's link. This link will give all the information about the teacher. It includes here the academic and professional background, interests, accomplishments, etc. Information for parents. This part gives the needed information for the parents. Online activities or games. Online activities is a way of delivering fun and interesting activities to the students. Benefits of online activities or games. 1. Grab students' attention. It is a good way to focus their attention and activity immersed in it. 2. Students learn different skills. Through online activities and games, students develop critical thinking skills, creativity, teamwork, and good sportsmanship. 3. Develops new concepts. Students may be able to grasp new concept or idea, experiment with it, or take a different perspective on the material. 4. Deepens learning. Students are provided with opportunities to apply concepts and practice them to achieve the needed skills.
Some websites that offer online activities and games are getkahoot.com, quizstar.forteachers.org, quiz.com, and zoomo.com.
Web tools and resources. Hello, dear classmates. Welcome to my report. This report provides a background of the evolution of the web from Web 1.0 to Web 5.0. Web 1.0 as a read-only web, Web 2.0 as a read-write web, Web 3.0 as a semantic web, Web 4.0 as a mobile web, and Web 5.0 as the emotional web are described in this report. The World Wide Web is merely a tool, as in a chalkboard, overhead projector, or VCR. Tools don't teach. When effectively implemented, they assist in the learning process. If learning on the part of students has been helped by the use of a tool, then the tool has been used successfully. Web tools. Web 1.0 read-only web. The first implementation was on 1999, according to Tim Berners-Lee, allowed users to search information and read it. Examples are static websites, which don't have active communication with the users. While Web 2.0 read-write web was defined by Dale Dougherty in 2004. New ways of creating, collaborating, contributing, or the 3 Cs. Tools are presentation tools, video tools, and mobile tools. Web 2 teaching tools. The following are some of the web tools as compiled by Alger 2016 that are useful for teachers as a material for doing instructional materials. Are you familiar with these web tools? Projects in the Web 2.0. We have Alice, Blender, Photosynth, SketchUp. Alice is an innovative 3D programming environment. Blender is an open-source 3D content creation suite. Photosynth is a Microsoft web application that takes your photos, mashes them together, and recreates a 3D scene out of them that anyone can view and move around in. SketchUp is a desktop application from Google that allows teachers or students to create and share stunning 3D models. Letter B. Animation and comic strip, still in Web 2.0. Blabberize, it is used to animate pictures to make people, animals, or objects talk. It allows you to easily create comics, graphic novels online. Go Animate. It is used to make your own animated characters and create animated comic strips and cartoons. Voki. It allows you to create personalized speaking avatars and use them on your blog, profile, and in email messages. It is great for teaching languages. Letter C. Audio editing tools. It is used to record or install sounds to your computer and edit them afterwards. You can also edit and mix songs using Audacity. Audio Expert. It is an online audio
editor, file converter, and sound recorder. UJAM is a cloud-based platform that empowers everybody to easily create new music and share it with friends. Bookmarking and online collaboration web tools in the Web 2.0. Delicious, Google Docs, Pinterest, and Stixi. While letter E, blogging, audiobook, Tumblr, Wikispaces, WordPress. F, classroom innovation. We have Khan Academy, edX. Letter G, desktop publishing tools. We have Open Office and PDF Creator. H, games, quizzes, and educational activities web tools. In Web 2.0, we have ABCya, G-Knowledge, Hot Potatoes, Serendipity. Letter I, instructional videos and video sharing. Embed Plus, MailView, TeacherTube, and TubeChop. Under mind mapping web tools are Glyphy, Slatebox, Spicy Nudes, SpiderScribe. While online storage and sharing, Dropbox, Flickr, ISO, Script. Photo editing tools, we have Aviary, GIMP, PhotoVisi, Pictures Live. And lastly, the presentation tools and slideshows, we have 280 Slides, Glugster, MyPlick, SlideShare, and Smilebox. Do you have any questions or clarifications? Please feel free to ask Group 4B. Thank you for listening.
Web tools and resources. Web 2.0 teaching tools, social networking, tag clouds, timelines, video editing tools. Social networking is used to connect with family, friends, and other people you know. You can also share photos and videos, send messages, and get updates. Twitter is a real-time microblogging services that connects millions of people. It is a great way for educators to share information, ideas, and experiences. Social networking can also be used in school like that Educate, Udemy, and Voxapub application. It allows teachers and students to post, share, reflect, and encourage discussions. Also upload presentation, videos, and blog posts. Tag clouds. It allows users to create customized word clouds from any text with the most prominent words highlighted by a size. Time glider and time toast. It creates interactive timelines in minutes and share them on the web, which you can zoom in and out from and span from hours to centuries.
Video editing tools, Cam Studio. It is a desktop application that allows you to record your computer screen. Masher. It is an online video editor that allows users to create by mixing together video clips, music tracks, and photos from their own uploads or from their large resource library. WeVideo. It is a simple web-based video editing tool that turns video projects from a huge time sink to an easy and fun experience. Web 3.0 or the semantic web. It can demonstrate things in the approach which computer can understand. The main important purpose of it is to make the web readable by machines and not only by humans. Web 4.0 or the mobile web connects all devices in the real and virtual world in real time. Since everything is now in mobile, the web needed to adapt. In this generation, the web is now moving towards using artificial intelligence. Web 5.0 or the open, linked, and intelligent web is about the emotional interaction between humans and computers. One example of this is the www.wefeelfine.org, which maps emotions of people. Evolution of web tools from 1.0 to 5.0. Web resources. The World Wide Web offers excellent resources that can be used for teaching, learning,
researching, and adapting. Teachers should be familiar with the vast resource available on the web, so they can enrich effectively the learning experiences of the student. Categories of web resources. Number 1. Online tutorials are designed for independent learning with well-integrated learning sources, explanatory segments, and evaluation activities. Number 2. Instructional resources provide the components of a learning activity but leave the teacher responsible for implementation and evaluation. Number 3. Primary sources. These are raw information sources, not necessarily developed to meet educational needs. Table shows the description, role of the teacher, and the examples of the web resources. Some examples of web resources for the teacher and the student. Online tutorial, online classes, lesson plans, creating crossword, puzzle, quizzes, watching Discovery Channel, CNN, YouTube, and TeacherTube. A bookmark is a way of saving and keeping track of valuable resources. It is the list created by the user to go back directly to the web page he or she wants to keep track. Adding a bookmark, organizing bookmarks, and exporting bookmarks.
Getting yourself and your bookmarks organized in Chrome is a tremendous time saver and one of the best ways to effectively keep track of things. There are a few places to bookmark items. One is the bookmarks bar, which shows here across the top, and you have the other bookmarks folder, where people commonly create a subfolder structure. But you can also use folders to maximize the limited space on your bookmarks bar. First, let's add a regular bookmark that is extremely useful. Go to Chrome, Extensions, or visit the snowman dots and choose More Tools, Extensions. It's very wise to have this page bookmarked so you can easily toggle on and off extensions. To create a bookmark shortcut, click the star at the end of the URL address bar. The save location will default to where you last saved a bookmark, so make sure to double check it. I want this shortcut on the bookmarks bar, so I will select that and then choose Done. And there's my bookmark. I can right-click to edit the name or delete it. There's only so much space on the bookmarks bar, and using folders to group similar items will really help you maximize space. Right-click on an empty area of the bookmarks bar and choose Add Folder. Title your folder, and make sure bookmarks bar is selected before you choose Save. Now I'll navigate to several of the pages I use frequently, such as the RV homepage, and click the star to bookmark them.
Thank you for watching this video.
Collaborate. This can also incorporate media, thus enabling the user to present the stories better and more interesting. Usually, digital stories take around 2 to 3 minutes in length and told in a first person about a person, an event, or an issue. Example of digital story is the application of Animoto and GoAnimate. Next is ebook. It is short for electronic book. Ebook is an electronic version of a book. It consists of text and graphics that can be read using computers and mobile device. The format of an ebook can be a PDF format or an EPUB format. An ebook reader or a computer with a software application issued to view the ebook file. Real Simple Syndication or RSS is a method to deliver frequently updated information to the web. Usually, blogs or new headlines syndicates their content as an RSS feed to know people to subscribe to it easily. It used to be that users use bookmarkers so they can easily to the website for updates. But since RSS is now here, millions of websites around to keep track of their favorite website. Next is social bookmarking. Social bookmarking allows you to add, store, and organize your bookmarks and show it to people who may be interested in the same topic that you have bookmarked. The bookmarks are referred to as tags, so the process of adding, storing, organizing, and sharing tags is called tagging. Next is podcast. A podcast is syndicated audio or video made available in the web for downloading where subscriber can receive automatically. Podcast comes from two words, pod meaning iPad and cast meaning broadcast. Proceed by traditional media such as radio and television or by individual passionate about particular subject. The last one is broadcast. Broadcast or video on demand casting works the same way as the broadcast with additionals of radio users will have to subscribe to the feed of the received updates and will to set automatic download to their computer when new content become available. That's all about my report. Thank you and God bless.